So let me introduce our guest, Elysha Lenkin. Elysha is a personal fashion stylist who helps women look current, feel confident, and stay true to themselves. For over 20 years, she's worked with a wide variety of well-known brands, celebrities, and publications, including Carrie Underwood, Serena Williams, Tina Fey, and the Oprah magazine. I know, I'm impressed. Her weekly blog and video show provide inspired style tips and insider tricks that make fashion fun and approachable, helping her clients look polished and feel put together. And when not working, Elysha can often be found with her husband and two kids in downtown Manhattan. Elysha, welcome. I can't wait to hear your style secrets to look better in your clothes. All right, I'm going to turn this over to you.
All right. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really excited to share these style tips because, well, I've worked on, as you mentioned, I've been doing this since the 90s. I have styled hundreds of women for magazines, ads, commercials, celebrities, and real women. And what I have discovered by working with all of these women is that pretty much all of them have had issues with their body. Pretty much all women, in some way or another, they have some sort of self-consciousness or some insecurities about their body. Now, for some women, it shows up for more than others. And in fact, you may even be surprised. You may look at someone and you'd think, wow, that's impossible. How could she feel insecure about her body? But I will tell you firsthand that I know women that you would be very surprised about. They also feel insecure about their body. And you know, when you have a really good hair day, when you get your hair done or you do it yourself and you look in the mirror and you're just like, yeah, my hair looks really good. I want everyone to see it. Well, I believe that when you put on a really good outfit, you feel the same way. It gives you confidence and it energizes you to get out and to show people who you are. And what I found with the women who I've styled and with the women who I talk to is that they start their day, they're having this battle between their body and their wardrobe, and the clothes, they throw the clothes off, they try them on, they're throwing them off, and the clothes land in a pile of frustration on the bed because they can't figure out what to wear and they just want to look good. All right. So it is my job as a personal stylist to show women how to use their clothes to create confidence, right? There are specific style strategies that you can use that will help you to look and feel better in your clothes. And that is what I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to talk to you about, I'm going to share some very specific styling strategies that are going to help you look and feel better in your clothes. All right. So here's the bottom line. The first thing that you need to do is you need to wear clothes that support your body and don't make it feel bad. All right. So I see so many women who they suffer, right? They suffer and they're wearing clothes that do not support their body and they're making them feel bad. All right. So there's two different types of discomfort that your clothes can give you. All right. So first there's the physical discomfort. All right. So that's when, let's say you've been standing in your shoes all day. And at the end of the day, you look at your feet and they're bright red and there's some blisters and they're basically killing you, okay? So that's a physical discomfort that your clothing and your accessories can give you, okay? And there's also that time, maybe you're wearing a dress and you're constantly tugging at it, pulling it down because it keeps riding up, okay? That's another example of a physical discomfort that your clothing can give you, all right? Then maybe sometimes the zipper will be digging into your skin, or maybe your flesh is kind of hanging over your pants and it just feels really uncomfortable. These are all examples of physical discomfort, okay? So I want you to start to think about wearing clothes that support your body and don't make you feel bad physically and also mentally, because there is also the mental discomfort that comes from wearing certain clothes, okay? I had a client that I worked with recently, and she suffered so greatly from this mental discomfort. And this is when you start to beat yourself up because you don't look or feel how you want to in these clothes. So this client who I mentioned, she had this idea of the clothes that she needed to wear. She wanted to present for her career in a certain way. And she had an idea that she wanted to wear very specific style of clothes. And whenever she went to go put those specific clothes on, she felt terrible. She did not like the way she looked. She did not like the way she felt. And she told me that she had this inner dialogue going on where she would say to herself, body, why can't you be 20 pounds thinner? Body, why can't you be 20 years younger, right? She was suffering with the mental discomfort because of the clothes that she was choosing. And then when we worked together, I looked at what she wanted to wear, and I could see very clearly that she wasn't choosing the right clothes. She was trying to put a circle into a rectangle and it wasn't working. And she didn't realize that there's so many options, there's so many possibilities, there's so many styles and silhouettes that would support her body, that would make her look good and make her feel good. And that's when we worked together. That's what I showed her. I said, these are all the options that are going to support you. And then she tried them and she's like, oh, this is what it feels like when you look good and when you feel good in your clothes, right? So now she's doing really well with her style. She has nailed it down and she understands how to choose clothes that support her body and do not make her feel bad mentally. All right. So that's what I want to share with you right now. I'm going to share 3 specific strategies for you to use clothes to create confidence and choose clothes that support your body. All right. So you've probably heard of this idea of figure flattery. That's when you wear clothes that make you look longer and leaner, right? So it's if you want to look taller or skinnier, okay? And I'm going to share some ideas to help you do that, but I am offering a new way to look at dressing your body. I am going to suggest that you consider complimenting your body, right? Compliment your body, make it feel good. You see how I'm coming back to that again? So you can think about it like this. You know, when you see your friends or your family members and you feel so much love for them and you want to offer them, you want to give them compliments, that's what I am suggesting that you do with your body. You feel so much love for it that you want to compliment it. You want to make it feel good. Okay. So let me get to some very specific style strategies that are going to help you compliment your body so that you wear clothes that support you and make you feel good, right? You want your clothes to energize you. Okay. That's the goal here. You want to put clothes on and you want to feel like, yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Ready for whatever may come. Maybe it's someone at the door, knocking at the door, or maybe when you're out and about running your errands, you never know who you're going to meet. Okay. You just never know. So you want to be dressed and ready for that. All right. So tip number 1 is to compliment your body is you want to wear vertical lines. Okay. Vertical lines, just like I've got right here. All right. Vertical lines are going to make you look longer and leaner. All right. Now, you may be thinking, that's great. I love the idea of looking longer and leaner, but I do not like stripes. Okay. And it's really hard to find vertical stripes, right? Vertical stripes are just not really around so much. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you that that's fine. You don't have to wear stripes in order to create vertical lines in your clothing. All right. So this is a pinstripe jacket. So this is obviously going to give me vertical lines, but also we've got the buttons on the jacket that are creating vertical lines. And when we open up our jacket, now we've just created 2 more vertical lines. All right. So you don't have to wear stripes to get your vertical lines. Open up your jacket. That's going to do it for you. All right. And the same thing goes. Maybe you're not a blazer person, particularly if you're working at home or staying at home. Maybe it doesn't feel as comfortable for you. Your cardigan, 2 vertical lines, right? Keep your cardigan open and then you're going to create that same effect. This is going to help you look longer and leaner. Okay. So this is a strategy that you can use to complement your body. Okay. So keep your jackets open, keep your cardigans open. That's going to give you the vertical lines. Okay. And I also want you to look more closely at all of the clothes that you have in your closet, because you may be surprised to discover that some of your clothes have built-in vertical lines in their style details in the fabrication. So if you see closely here, this dress has seams, vertical seams. It's also got at the neckline, it's got that placket, which is also creating another vertical line. Okay, so after you watch this, I encourage you to go in your closet and to look and find what are the garments that I have, the cardigans and the jackets that I can open up, and where are all of those hidden vertical lines that I might not have even noticed, but they're embedded in the fashion detail. A lot of times seams in clothing, they'll do that. All right. So tip number one, is to wear vertical lines. Okay. Tip number two is to wear your horizontal lines. Okay. Now, you may be asking, why horizontal lines? Okay. Horizontal lines, they are going to make you look wider. So again, you might be like, okay, that's great. I don't really want to look wider. All right, good. So be strategic with where you place your your horizontal lines, okay? Be strategic. Your horizontal lines are going to make you look wider. Therefore, you need to be very mindful about where you are placing them. For example, okay, the eye naturally wants to ground itself on a horizontal line. So do you notice when you look at the shirt, it's got vertical stripes, but your eye is going to that horizontal line a lot stronger. The eye naturally wants to ground on the horizon. So you want to be strategic where you place your horizontal line. So for example, if I was somebody who wanted to downplay my lower body, okay? Say I carried most of the weight in my thighs or my hips, and I wanted people to look up towards my upper body and my face. This would be a great top to wear because it's drawing the eye to my upper body, right? So when you look at the shirt, you go to the horizontal line, and now you're not looking at my thighs and my hips. I didn't want you to look at my thighs and my hips. I wanted you to look at my upper body. So this shirt's gonna do that, okay? Another place where your horizontal lines are is in the hemline, okay? So be very mindful where your shirts end, because that is creating a horizontal line. And if, let's say, the widest part of my body was my hips, and I had this shirt ending right at my hips, now you're gonna ground your eye on the horizontal line, and now you're looking exactly at my hips, which is where I did not want you to look. Therefore, you wanna place your hemlines above your widest part of the body or below. Okay, so be very strategic about where you place your horizontal lines. Now, just like the vertical lines, the details may be embedded in the clothing, the same thing goes with the horizontal lines. You see here how we've got the ruffle going across the chest here. All right, so this is creating a horizontal line on this shirt. So be very mindful where all the horizontal lines are in your clothing. So again, this top is going to draw the eye to my upper body. Again, so if I wanted to downplay my lower body, then this is going to be a really good top to wear. All right. So once you look in your closet and you find where all of those secret vertical lines are and the seams and the fashion details, then go look and find where are all the horizontal lines that are built in to the fashion details. Okay, you may not have noticed them. All right, so that's tip number two. Be very strategic about where you place your horizontal lines. All right, so the next tip is to wear a V-neck. All right, wear a V-neck. V-necks are universally flattering for all body shapes, okay? If you have larger breasts, then my suggestion would be to wear a deeper V. Now you wanna think about how you like to show cleavage or not show cleavage, so you're gonna keep that in mind. But if you have larger breasts, then it is going to be more complementary to wear your V deeper. If you have smaller breasts, it would be more complementary to wear your V-neck higher, okay? So V-neck tops are going to be universally flattering. Now, again, you may not have any V-necks. Maybe you just never bought them. So you can actually create your own V-necks, right? So you can button up your shirts and you can create your own V-necks, right? So for your cardigan sweater here, okay, you can just button it up and now you've got a V-neck, all right? You can also think about your button down blouses, right? The buttons, and then however you keep them open, that's also going to create a V-neck. Your button down tops also create a V-neck, and you can control how high or low that V-neck goes based on how high you button it, okay? Now, you may be thinking, again, I don't have any V-necks. What do? I want to get that complimentary neckline. Well, what you can do is you can use your accessories. All right. You see, I've just got a turtleneck right here, but because I put on my pendant necklace, this is creating a V-neck. All right. So think about your jewelry, high V-necks, low V-necks. What kind of V-neck do you want to wear? But you can do this with your necklaces if you don't actually want to wear that neckline. All right. So these are the 3 strategies that I'm suggesting that are going to complement your body. All right. So you want to wear vertical lines and you don't have to wear stripes. Think about, where else can I find vertical lines in my clothing? Open jackets, open cardigans, right? Embedded in the fashion details. You want to be strategic with how you place your horizontal lines, because the eye is naturally going to go right to the horizontal line. So remember your hemlines, okay? That's really important, because I see a lot of people putting their hemlines at the widest part of their body, and then that's just drawing attention to where they don't want to draw attention, okay? And then finally, it is to choose a V-neck. A V-neck silhouette is complementary for pretty much all body shapes. And again, you don't actually have to wear a V-neck sweater. You can close your cardigan to create one. You can button up your button-up blouse, or you can just use your accessories to create a V-neck. So those are the tips. I hope those helped you. They're very applicable. I hope that this inspired you to get in your closet right now and see what you have. And I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below which one of these ideas you find the most doable, the one that you can actually take action on right away. So that's what I wanted to share. Thanks so much for giving me this opportunity. I love to help everyday women to dress better so that they show up with more confidence in their lives.
Wow, Elysha, that was amazing. I have to tell you, like, my mind is blown. I just have never thought in this way about clothing, and you just opened up so many new ways for me to look at even just what's in my closet. Forget about, even shopping for new clothes, just what's in there. So thank you so much for these amazing, amazing tips.